麗なお部屋だね。ちょっとデコレーションしたら。
一ついいかしら。この部屋って傭兵用のデザイン？それともこれで上級顧問へのもてなしを想定してるの？
風通しよし、視界良好。問題ないわ。働きやすい。
ここ悪霊の息遣いを感じる。
私の楽器が気になるの？教えてあげてもいいわよ。
カルネバーレ用の礼服を用意したから着替えてみてよ。
防音がしっかりしているね。業務上の都合なのかな？休憩の時間だ。
本気？本当にこんな空も見えない部屋にずっといさせるつもり？ドクターを怒らせることでもしちゃったのかな？
なんて暖かい部屋。
休憩の時間だ。
カルネバーレ用の礼服を用意したから着替えてみてよ。
バニラと申します。バニラと申します。訓練生として。Reporting in! You must be the doctor. Call me
Why do I have? Huh? Oh, wait. Because I ran 1.7 a while ago. Stool. Oh my... Yes! Finally! They're finally giving that back. Okay. Had enough already. The Victorians have gained the power to control the class. The Victorians? That's not the power for the Victorians. And even though those houses have built battleships that fly in the sky. And yet we're supposed to research guessing how to deal with this jester. Say firmly, this is kindness bestowed upon us by His Imperial Majesty. After all, Citizens continue to believe the madman still possesses some form of noble virtue, and that is why His Imperial Majesty was willing to allow the judgment to publicize. The limit was 7 days, and as for moments earlier, it has been 6 days and 21 hours. Nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Are we supposed to sit here and endure these obscenities, hoping the man will come to his senses at the toll of the bell on the final day? Sorry, sir, but I'm afraid the good news is once the bell tolls, the State Council will begin voting here and now. When the time comes, you will never have to endure this ever again. Alright, now get out. The clown's death. Who is this clown? Forgotten conclusion, but until it is, Karen Ashburn. You'll be versus last Jultstvo. Did my eyes deceive me? That look at Imperial Guard uniform. Final speech. Laser focus on a route ragged man walking to the center. Sounding tall, yet his lips seemed relaxed. There was no hint of worry from the futures of pain come with the shrug of survival on his face. Minutes ago, he made a speech here about love, compassion, and how he forgives all those who decided his death. A 6-day-long speech has fatigued his audience, yet he appears completely unaffected. He raises his sun, and all around him immediately falls silent. To speak with a smile. Oh, that's literally his name. My dear friends, or perhaps who regard me as an enemy, surely all of us know the end. As such, I shall not be discussing the meaning of love or proclaiming my forgiveness to you all for all the mistakes you have made and all you put me through. But I shall not discuss the future of a blind, illiterate, and monstrous. Not the old king. Everyone once doubted the Thar's kindness. However, a kindness that is out of time may as well be poisoned. No doubt that the rebellious armies are in the northern frontier. In fact, I have proven my point. Despicable villains raise their heads and spill their vile blood on this holy land. The arrogant scholars proclaim that they have mastered the truth, yet their harmful words feed on the souls of the innocents like worms. But this time has forgotten to be humble, has forgotten what it means to be kind. Now our Grand Empire and her citizens find themselves alienated from one another. I can see the past and the future, not because I am wise. I am only a fool. Rather, the trajectory of the future is already written in the trees of the past. I do not agree with it to the future that I saw, even if I must stand trial for this. I have no choice. Stop. I saw the end of forces. I saw the fall of a great empire. That's why I'm standing here today. I asked Imperial Majesty the Tsar to prevent all this. If my worst life is the price to accomplish this, please, by all means. Blood needs to spill the glance sources of filth, then I beg His Imperial Majesty to spill it. For an even greater cost and for our eternal glory. This trial is over. Secret journey. Again and again I shall extol the virtues of nobility. Oh no, humility. An attempt to restore our unity and the Empire's glory. Stepping my place, but I lead no armies and make Guys that compel us never to attempt diminishing this cruelty long fallen soul. Well, again, we're loud and clear. Finally arrives, perhaps our great nature will change for the better. All cares will be quelled, all sins will be forgiven, and all pain. All of it will be assured by the purity of patience. Keep running and don't look back, just like the others. Oh my god, we're gonna run away from this, even if we make it out, of course there's nothing but a death awaits. Stop breathing so hard, you're going to breathe the snow and choke. Oh. Indeed. He will choke on his blood. Why are Emperor's Blade chasing random ass infecteds? What's this? You're a clever one, but it's not enough. The illusion you cast on me was written in your own experiences to a certain extent. The mistake was not reading that putting us through pain, your illusion is like trying to shift mountains with a feather. At the very least, this has demonstrated your power. You have what is needed to become its replacement. I told you I don't know about things, your demonic power testing, and I'm not interested. This is not an invitation, this is an ultimatum. Of course you have been able to save them, not once, not twice, but 3 times before. I'm tired of this. I have this charade. Stay back, unless you want to take away my corpse. Voice is no longer calm, you are beginning to hurt yourself. It's the price to use you adults' power when you are not one. We've used this name twice now. I understand what you're getting at. All the time, all things have a price, and you are renewing your end. Perhaps we're both going to die together at that end. Just us. She did not hear them, or perhaps she simply do not have the energy left to notice more. You did not hear the sound of those footsteps on the snow. Stay with these people, even if it means sacrificing yourself to kill us, yet you are unable to hear that they are only meaningless parasites. They are never willing to stray too far from their homeland. They come to be then willing to turn their backs on their motherland, and plus vigorous glimmer. They choose to run, they slow their steps or even turn back. By leaving this place, they will become unable to confront. Even if the existence would be nothing but despair. I don't wish to bring this. Whole bodily functions are ruined. This would waste a lot of time, even with your abilities. It's hardly fair. Again, I recommend you give up and come with me. I'll say it again too. I have no idea what your sports, and I'm interested in becoming one. That's gonna be funny because I'm pronouncing that name wrong. It's gonna be a main point of the story. Besides, even if I go with you, what about the infected? They want to chase into a dead end. They have their own destiny to walk, you know. Perhaps you should speak your mind more clearly. I said no. I need to. That's slightly amusing. Before the next cluster of snow even touches the ground, a dark mist has already begun to spread. Stay. Suddenly his urge to move forward, the other half of his cognition straight before it waits for the sight he saw earlier to reappear. Same tranquil organ. Nothing is nothing. There's only the inexplicable pause, the pitch black substance from him, and the thick dust accumulated from the mist. Almost like there is a black snow falling. Even inside of me is but a slight leak, yet you were able to shackle me. I'm just using the illusions that feel trapped in your body to make you face yourself. Meaningless struggles, else you will die. Who is this? In your own dominion. Sleep. Wow. Not totally beating, but incapacitated. Emperor's Blade. This impressive. I won't chase you anymore. Quick, get out of here. Head south before you, and don't you turn back again. You have to leave this place if you want to live. Tell me about it, you won't chase us anymore. What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying you managed to convince the unreasonable lich? Do they think he's a lich, or did they talk about something else? You be sure to tell us before to turn back to their motherland and discuss every cold human. We don't want to turn our backs on the Tsar and Ursus, and you managed to get him to stop chasing us. You saved us, and you accomplished it, but you still won't tell us your name. Just who are you? Are you perhaps a good star who vanished long ago? Well, should be splendorous palaces of deity. Oh. Deity side, Shar side. No. That's right, you don't belong here then. The blessing of Thieves is a stolen one. In that case, it's not only fair when we're punished for it. We must endure, we must preserve, we must be silent. We haven't been able to do it. So you protected the sinful souls. In that case, you must be the little. How do you pronounce this name? Otherwise, you wouldn't have the kindness and compassion to offer the infected helping hand as equals. In that case, there's only one name you could bear. But you don't want us praising the name shared by all. Gabrielius. Oh, this scene came up quick. Like the one tails. That Mama said would love us even if we had this stone disease, even if it's not by our side. Yes, it's her. She has returned. She defeated the villains and saved us. That's something only could do. To save us. She looks a lot like last ride. But no sarcasm horns yet. They keep pushing and pulling like waves splashing upon chin all the time. So much as touch the corner of their idol's shirt. Red tires hardly any different tattered clothing they are wearing. Fully surrounded, she is no longer able to prop herself up or think. The moment her knees stretch and fall to the snow, she seems size. She's going to collapse and pass out right here and now. She can't. Not here, the royal guard is still here. And those executioners want to use her kill. More people are still here. What? Oh, okay. She can't close her eyes, she can't give up just yet. At the moment she even seems tongue is once again working, mouth too clearly enunciate. However, her body speeds up and gradually gets smaller and smaller. She endures it until the pain subsides. Pain of what? Despite being the one mistaken for, she doesn't know what surprise she has to pay for the absurd charade. Sometimes I know the price is a price. Ew! Ah. Blue-haired snake tail, it's mantra. Okay. I'm an idiot. Everyone stop. Everyone stop. The area ahead is demonically. Eruption here? Yes, there's we're in the north. But aren't we in 1/3 of an oasis away from Sami? How could this possibly? Did Calcit not explain Butter's blade to Rhodes Island? There we go. Minion. According to the timestamp of the signal sent back to the city, they last sent out here message 10 days ago. The laboratory she mentioned is roughly 3 kilometers up ahead. Now, are you talking about actual royal guards or... So they have many titles. But they showed an Imperial Guard a while ago. I'm looking. This is completely... They fuck up the translation for this. That is not an answer. Based on the scale and the shape of the corruption, this is very likely to be caused by a Dominion. Right, a fight against a Royal Guard probability here. Okay, so that's just a Black Blade. Strange though, for the intense, but out there. So, or Emperor's Blade, not Black Blade. Black Blade is the IS-401. It's a blade. There aren't any traces of forts nearby. I understand you were a doctor, but knowing Radiant, she would have done. I've tried to leave tracks we could decipher. Holy shit, that is so small! At the very least, explain something. I'm not here to go to the real guards for 1 month. Clearly, the Grand is hiding something from us. Correct. Whether they were going after Radiant or the laboratory, it seems we need to pick up the pace. Yippee! That's literally episode 1. There's no story? Why no story? Alright. Minor girls have less HP. Are those enemies or escorts? Holy Trinity. Actually, now. This one. Oh, there is a sword. Wait, but it didn't show the cogwheel. Because I'm not finished the chapter. I need to find a safe route. Let's see. That's one of the 5 stars under an elite. And I think that's a small child. Is that the bunny? Or is that the guard? Cat guard. Looks like my equipment is not working right. I can't detect the presence range of the contamination. I think this is the minus communication. The real danger here might be whoever is still around. This is a demonic containment contamination we are talking about. Captain says there's no trace for any mental activity in the entire mine. No animal. At the very least, the contamination hasn't blocked the way to the Institute. It's mostly headed south, actually. We can swing a detour around the north. It will take us roughly 3 hours longer than the original plan, but the time loss will be manageable. Alicia and Madra have been working together for many years now. You could say I'm Robotaur's most experienced operator when it comes to working with the captain. That is actually true. It takes a lot out of her to speak, so if it's not an emergency, I get to be the one passing on the message. So what do you think, Doctor? If we set off now, we should make it before sunset. Not that sunset's in as far north in the time of year. Got our friend up to speed on our detour. Oh, the Imperial Guard I was talking about. So are you a Royal Guard, or is the Royal Guard different from the Imperial Guard? Because it's supposed to be the same. What is your name? Aloysius. We have Elysium and Aloysius. I don't like this. What the fuck? Sorry for just inspecting the mine equipment. Nothing to do with our travels together. What is going on? Why did you stop for so long? According to the map, we're very close to the Institute. Don't tell me you found some thing. Presence of Dominion. The Royal Guard was here. Okay, so it is. Okay. I don't seem shocked. I hope you're not insinuating I'm not hiding something. Ghost watch man. Or advert shirt. I hope you share any pertinent information with us. At least while we are collaborating. You don't have your crown, so the crown only appears when you're using your arts. What do you know about the whereabouts of the Royal Guard? First of all, only the Tsar himself has authority to know the coming and going to the Royal Guard, let alone a lowly sergeant such. Oh, okay. Now that speaking of the day, the Citrus Guard, Duchess of the Far North declared martial law and shut down the mines. The Royal Guard showing up would not be much of a shock. They're already getting their own home. Where does that leave you? You're a clever one, aren't you? The years of the abnormal infected miners in central Far North has made waves, and many are curious. Naturally, you all mole sources have a right to have the same right to information. Please understand, as a sergeant, I am limited in what I'm allowed to say. I hope explanation will not cause too much confusion. Gosposia Amia. That like Senorita Mrs. It's fine, I understand the position you are in. I've never minced words about how this job could improve the resume of an Imperial Guardswoman like me. She's still an Imperial Guardswoman. Okay. Anyhow, that dream's dead. The Royal Guard being involved is a bad omen, no matter how you look at it. In that case, you're still set on traveling with us? Of course, I choose to take on this task, and quitting after you would hardly be the decent thing to do. Before we continue on, we refer our trust in one another. I look forward to our continued cooperation. Just like the time we met. Yeah, how did we? Brusk, far north of Ursus. Yeah, the signals all laggy. It's like there's something interfering with our encryption. See? Whatever, not important. 10 guardsmen to your west, turn around at the next crossing. What are you talking about? The west is on our right. That's it. You see the citadel, go in the opposite direction. You see the crossing ahead where the plates are disconnected. What? There's nothing like. Well, you're practically surrounded by guards, so that's your only way out. But can you keep up on me? I can. Hold on tight, Doctor. Doing my best here. Wasn't good enough. Fine, I'll hold on to you instead. Monster's becoming strict now. Oh no, the Calcit bloodline. You alright, Doctor? Good child. You're around a designated location, Elysium. Don't stop moving, I assume. There's also no way of telling because of the far north extreme weather or human interference. This is in the intelligence we had. This goes on when we get into the district. After shouldn't we rendezvous with Mantra students? Oh, not with Mantra. So it's literally just 3 of us. Wow. Finally got here. Keep moving. There are guards heading your way. New models. Kind of. Yeah. I think it's new model. Taking your regulation went into effect after you just reached brass. You will be detained under the law, and public security will decide if you are to be destroyed or exiled, considering your circumstances. Whenever divided, I deeply apologize. We're just here to look for an intercity merchant, if it's stated clearly in the national declaration we submitted upon entry to the city. Save it for public security. Enough of that, I don't give a them. I'm just doing my job. That's why. Yeah, there's a younger variant. Okay. So this is the, I think. The old one is new. Or this, they're just smaller versions. No, there's hair here. Ha! Feline. Should be in Grifferberg. What should they be doing in Brest with those clothes? I'm terribly sorry, sir, but I'm afraid she is right this time. Aloysius Gorchkova, Sergeant of the Imperial Guard, Vanguard Battalion, here from the deity Grifferberg. What are you playing at? I have a simple request for you. Overlook this little breach of protocol and release our beautiful guests. You're with them? Unfortunately, they are indeed my friends. Since you are now worth my sister with them, surely you'll do me this favor, yes? We're a long way from Grifferberg. Why should I care about that? Because I stopped by public security and filed out all of the paperwork. If I were you, sir, I wouldn't play around with my future like that. There are many lost travelers, but rarely a chance to curry favor with an Imperial Guard. Ah, yes. May I ask your name or your service number? May your authority be as eternally glorious as the Tsar himself. You go to kind words, sir. But none as eternal glorious as Imperial Majesty. The rest of us will have to leave the stage when the time comes. We'll be off with our guests now. You can help me as get out of the situation, ma'am, but why exactly? That's not a good way to call this. You may call me Aloysius. Loisius. Them is too formal. Well, guardswomen or girls to Okay. I believe names are what the best for a current relationship. Most likely thought Jordan. Sure, it's easy to shake down for quick. Got money, got minutes or two, the same way that they treat Colombian sightseers. But you're hardly tourists or traders now, are you? Good, I appreciate it. Can I will answer your question, but not here. Once you have gathered your friends, we can go somewhere from prying eyes in years. Relax, I won't be wasting your time. This is all in service of your goal. I know this background. This is Arknights' background. Or old. Whatever this scary one is. Here. An abandoned apartment as far as I know. The guards don't care for these empty old districts. Empty play may sound wasteful, but it's true. Nobody else here, the district's safe. Kind of man used to live. He had hope, achieve her dream of completing a saga of the innocent people, but was definitely afraid that cold. She is doing well, and Professor, I should add. It is our zone to meet and enter the city mission, a widow who goes by the name of Olga. Reliable cover story, one of the best birthday with city's people reports, but no matter how you put it, it is a rare commercial party in a nomadic city to be. Military grade encrypted communications. With the gender communications. No, I would never do something crude. I have been the Aurora or the recently upgraded defense equipment. You truly are unlucky, coming to press during the most interesting times it has ever seen. I've been on to my part, but if still have things to compete on, then I'm afraid we have to break things off here. Say honestly, since so plain well to do. Was I not read this name mentioned many times, sort of investigating infected rumors from all across the land. Based on what I have pieced together from these tales, you are a lot of stuff like this. But no matter how true they are, recent instance I have encountered, your name was in that big push about violent changes in the infected. I like her. Pardon me for letting you down, but not every newly minted Grifferberg noble is an uneducated lout. There's a nation on this land and can overlook the infected question. Though as pilot is entering, it may differ. And on the medical common sense would just how important the status of judgment of yours is. But there's one thing I'm curious about. Despite the groundbreaking, the first Roto has kept a low profile, instead of using to do more business. So I want in? Yes. What do we need to get in? Sure enough. I have a way to the mining district as it turned out I need some more worthy specialists. Perfect recipe for cooperation. What is it that you want to do, district, and what do you need from us? They're not clear. I'm hoping Road Silence will accompany me to the mining district to collaborate on an investigation to the infected affair. The infected affair, what exactly are you referring to? Oh my dear sweet, now you have caught us. My patience has its limits, you know. There's no time to be playing them. No, that's a serious question. We lost contact with one of our mobile medical teams with the far north central wedding, and we need to find them. We really have no idea what the infected affairs is, and I hope you will elaborate. Want into the district just for... That's impossible. To my knowledge, you've built many more medical posts across the bush this past few years. There's just said mobile medical team. No fixed offices means no set access to a network of contracts with delegates. I don't know what issues wrote on it. Seems the information you have. And because this is Ursus. You've been unable to, because of a lack of information, you have been blindly running to walls this whole time, haven't you? I was too impatient. Forget it, I said nothing. That favor before was free of charge, no need to think. The fact that you came looking for us means that there's better we can work together on this. You cannot tell us what exactly happened to the mining district? I really should have thought it through more before making a choice. And here we're thinking you were racking your brains on how to enter the district upon hearing the news. You should know it's very much worth quite a lot on the black market. The kind of organization, but that doesn't matter right now. We have a natural reason to be invested in anything to do with it. That's why you came looking for us, wasn't it? You sell us. Some of the true colors. Those managers are personally promised life, not survival. The managers are back, but just keeping its war machines running. The fact that those sword puppets have even realized. They must know that Ursus must change. My word, what a babbling. Good thing those sharp-tongued poison colleagues of mine aren't here, or they would laugh and mean to make right. If we saw it, then it's this weather. So what is this infected affair? It sounds like it has to do with infected miners. Listen, if I leak any of this, you have my word, no matter what you have to say, we will not disclose it. There's no benefit to making an enemy out of Ursus, we know that well. Give me a moment, I need to figure out where to start. You know, of course, that Brass Border is a far north central mining district, and also the largest robotic city in the north of Ursus. This means the city administrates a total of 30,000 square kilometers. Mines scattered across the far north alongside 200,000. That is so much. Holy shit. But the Tsar does not wish for this infected miners to be treated as cheap labor. On the contrary, he's a decree. This is wrong. His decrees have shown a lot of care for the people. Things have been going rather smoothly in the city past few years until 3 months ago. This is where company area of expertise comes in, along with that paper. 3 months ago, large numbers of abnormal infected were discovered in the central mining district. Their symptoms are very similar to the ones described in your paper. Yep. Right now, nobody knows just how many normal effects are left in the central mining district. Oh, goody. The fucking infection is evolving. Now, could someone remind me where did the
流動炭はもう火にかけてる
oh
よ。
god.
豆の形が残ってるのと皮が花みたいに開いたの、どっちが飲めるかは戻ってくる速さによるからね。
まずはこのコートを撃ち落とせる
Need to
かやっ
block
て
it
み
to
て。
stop attacking. Please tell me you don't prioritize low HP units.
どうすればいいかくらいわかるわ。私にあまり待たせないで。どうすればいいかくらいわかるわ。
Wait,
ど
they're
う誰か
attacking.
が気づく前に
It's
あなたの
damage.
死体を影に沈めてあげる。
そんなにコソコソしなくていいよ。
みんなに秘密がバレちゃえば諸君、この夜を裏切ることなかれ。
降るあらに積もる恨みの落ち葉なく、吹き出るいろはの赤。
我が弦を発する。
死が崩れていくのを感じる。
戦のための歌、悲しみを紡ぐ歌。
こう降るあらに積もる恨みの落ち葉なく、吹き出るいろはの赤。
境を立てる印、終焉の鋼。
弾丸ビュッフェはこちらに順序よくお並びください。
海雪が砂に沈みて相思未だ報いる。
この
想像したことある。友も故郷も二度と戻らなくなることを。
おるぞ。
にを守ってあげたかっただけ。ビクトリア人であるかどうかにを守ってあげたかっただけ。ビクトリア人であるかどうか、感染者であるかどうかは関係ない。
Just realized, are those dog tags? No. Chisels. Or dents, I think? That's what you call them? Lint? There's no after, just before. Okay.
このまま行くぞ。
Oh my god!
戦場の空気って相変わ
There's
ら
that
ず
frosted village tutorial. Range vision covers is right there. The visible enemies hidden within. Can I go in? I can see what's going on inside. Operators cannot be deployed within. Operators cannot be deployed within. This is the most shameless way to force people to roll for mantra. That's new. It'd be nice to have someone who's familiar with the environment. I can. Because this would be it if you can just fucking block them. Hey, you are rescued. A strange boat is running away now. Deal with that. Government knows how to put these clear pollution. It's pretty fuck. Come to us, we need help.
サポートは任せるわ。
この切っ先で貫く。
This is not alright. Ah, there is it. Hey. Pull the boys! Yeah, this is literally pulling the boys. Pull the workers. Oh, it's a toggle.
私の血のごとく
And there's a toggle to turn it off. That's unique. Wait, what? They're still coming out there.
鬼のように惨めに果てろ
Oh, there's a toggle to attack. See. It's too cold. Okay. Okay, this is just too cold.
集中砲火
It's the shield guards with the capes. They fucking look cool. What? High ground? Yes. Okay, so these are high grounds. It's funny, they look like the cardboard boxes for eggs.
この切っ先で貫く
Alright.
わかりました射撃開始ドクター
You're max
私は
modded?
ここに
No, you're not.
そこに並びやがれ
I forget how good base up is.
すべては秩序にのっとるべきだ。摂理に反することなど誰にも許されない。
Talent. Any clues on this sarcophagus? They just give the sarcophagus came after the Chernobyl incident when the Russian government retrieved the entire system. As for what they actually plan to do with, they've been keeping it under tighter wraps than ever. There's nothing more about it in Calcit records. If anywhere. Whether the official register is made after the Chernobyl Research Institute was destroyed, there were no survivors other than Sergei. Isn't Sergei dead though? That's... That's the Mila's father. That should be the Mila's father. Or is it Misha? Fuck. Did manage to find some clues when looking into what happened to him afterwards. He had established a new institution to continue research discoveries, and the short period of time that this institute was operating. One name really stood out to us. Artyom what in shit? Chadayev. He was the vice director of Sergei's Institute, but he's a complete ghost with no whatever academic or political background to speak of. Able to make a rational deduction. No matter what his connections may be, he might be the key to our breakthrough. So need to find this Artyom. Artyom? Or Artyom? I'm gonna assume it's hard R because it's Russia. No, things are getting more complicated from here on out. He's proving to be very hard to track ever since the gay sisters shut down. According to Carlson's intelligence, he died of heart failure in the Griffinberg Imperial Sanatorium last winter. Maybe we can look at the people who knew him. There's another research who connection to Artyom. Oh, is it the lady? Shana Markovna Nelidova. We have a lot more detail on her background. Before the cirrhosis, she had briefly served as okay. Additional research and had crossed paths with Calcit. Yeah, okay. It's the Vanguard. This intelligence indicates that she is currently in the far north working at the Central Mining District Laboratory administered by the city of Brask. That's where Artyom's final letters were sent. We should get to the research station in Hanner. I have to remind you, Doctor. While we're determined to bring Calcit back, we must thoroughly evaluate the risk of every mission. Royalty cannot bear any more losses, but I'll go. Forces has always been a dangerous place, and we have very limited intelligence for this mission. And there are many important decisions that the Doctor and Amaya must take while the island is being rebuilt. Wait, I know you're a capable young woman now, Amaya, but that is exactly why you need to stay here and handle our most important tasks. This is cute. This is cute. The latest news from Laterana is also worrying, and the Doctor will need to see it personally, and I was headed to study it fitting in our new home. Top priority. Okay, so this is the timeline before deciding what happened in the anniversary event. Because that was only Doctor and Monster alone going to Laterana. Actually, it was a bonus, thankfully. And then at that time, Radiant was sent to Ursus, and now we came back from Laterano and Radiant team is missing. Okay. You're right. If it were just infiltration mission, then resisting would be the best choice, but information gathering is my specialty. Besides, there's no better to send back to Ursus than me, is there? Yes, she is from Ursus. You make some real compelling arguments, Radiant. Why do you keep taking off clothes? Have closure. What's your decision, Doctor? We'll act with caution as a mobile medical team. Best if you take care of yourself while we're out, okay? Hope that all of you come home safe. We need to know... We know that White Smith is guaranteed to die, thanks to Enfield. But does the manga... God. There's the Elite Zero manga, which is talking about them. Which was the first time... Well, not the first time White Smith was introduced, but finally... And she fucking dies! In that manga or in this chapter? We don't know. National Military Charges pain. 1 month's pain is everyone's pain, 1 month's sin is everyone's sin. May sinners repent with all their heart, may their sins be forgiven and their souls find salvation. Holy shit. It's okay, babushka. Don't be scared. Co ci ty? Kitel? Chitel. Rankin has chased away the patrol unit chasing us. We're safe for now. Yes, for now. Where else can we go? Where must we go to find shelter? Babushka, are you hungry? I'll go ask Holly for another piece of bread. I'm fine. You're such a sweet child, but I really am. Go see that kid. He has done so much his sword must be nearly worn away. Go see him. Do not let him be burdened any more than he already is. Chitel. Damn, he looks cool. Is that him? No. The cold soon cools the warm blood tiniest because the enemy before him is completely routed. No, I have no reason to let you live. Wait, don't. Listen to me. The chips you have in you, the diagnostic chips? Chips, you mean the ones used to check how infected we are? Rankin the noble, Rankin the hero, are you seriously so naive? Are you really so naive? Those chips in you recorded. Sometime Rankin, if the ships really did blow up, a bunch of three-legged burning beasts walking around. Trolls are worse than bastards. An honest one of them is like avid and got to know them before I became infected. Give that enough today. I can leave this one to me. Get back with Ochki. What's up on showing a man like him mercy? It was these bastards who killed Paulina, all because she was caring for an unregistered child. She was pregnant when they hanged her. Yep, that is fucked up. Have you forgotten all the terrible things they've done? You're the meekest of all children. You will have a happy ending even if the rest of these scum. Stand up with Ochki. Go to the back and find a doctor for me. Paul, go get Nikto. Nikto, not Nico. Nikto, and tell him to gather everyone to leave the Manning district at the South Dormitory. Get them ready, we need these chips out of us. You believe what that guy said? Doesn't matter, we need the chips out of our bodies, even if they don't explode, they definitely transmit our location. Patrollers have already found us once, and we don't know when the next squad will show up. If this keeps up, if this keeps on, we'll be on the back foot of the entire time. I didn't promise you anything with Ochki. Besides, if the rest of the bastards in his unit are dead, why should we be here any exception? Because of his arrogance, because of his ridicule. Never mind, you would understand. Forget I just said. Alright, take the guess. What is it? Stopwatch I found in the institute. Good shit'll work. When we get a minute, I'll teach you how to use it. For now on, you won't need to live your life counting meaningless numbers, worrying about miscount, leaving dead in the mines. At least now, go with Ochki. Go help me find her. Just go do what you have to do. Pray that your soul can be served. Even though you've seen how those men treated us, and seen how we killed them, yes. It'd be so quick to bless others, or to forgive them with Ochki. Me included. Now go already, we don't have time. Oh, you're the doctor. Alright. Господин Rankin. Also, that's just Rafina. Though we don't know much ready for long, I'm to believe that since your medical team was willing to come to such a remote place to treat it for it, you are people I can trust. So that I have no choice but to ask for your help. Just go ahead, as it's something I can help with. I just learned that inside the very manor there's a tracking chip that could explode at either way to extract them so we can escape the patrol units. I am prepared to serve as a test subject. If it's successful, please perform the surgery on others, and if it does unfortunately explode, then I hope you will be able to give me first aid. If I die, then I ask you to tell everyone waiting for me about this. I may ask you to leave. Now let me do the examination first, man. Go ahead. I've got to inform you this chip really could explode. They contain miniaturized high-powered lithium bombs. If the chip does not receive electrical signals from the local district relay or the human body, it will trigger an explosion. If you hope to get everyone out of this, you must remove these chips. Manning, is this your art at work? Of course. I may temporarily copy the signal to fool the receiver, but I must warn you, this is a great deal of risk. We can't afford to wait. Perfect solution. Your idea is good enough. One moment then. Radars are shooting hard, causing beams and energy to return to the scene. As the chip's receiver. Ranking notes and set sounds, grasping the hilt of his dagger. It's cold, smooth, and tough, just rubbing into the coldness of his bone. It best back away from me a bit, Doctor. That won't be happening. This is the first time I've tried to. So I need to observe in time. I can guide your hand using your nerve impulse. Take care not to detonate the chip. But we will still have the chance to chat after this. I give up his dagger with some alcohol, pointing its blade at the scar in his leg before plunging it into his flesh. It worked, right? The youthful manner nearly lips up, forgetting the cut on his leg, oozing blood. Come down, your words need dressing. Truly, but I've never seen a physician as skilled as you. You would remind me of an Ursan soldier. What do you mean by that? Alright, please don't understand me. This is the highest praise I can think of. I mean, true Ursan soldiers, not those special unit brutes. The ones that drove off the invading Night Morza and freed us from the tyrannical hippogriffs. They were true heroes. Actually, the hippogriffs were not tyrannical, or at least we don't know. Oh yes, have you read Igor Veliky's biography? We should prepare for surgery on the others. How many will we need to operate on? It's a number that will leave you and your colleagues running right. My decoder shows him can cover the entirety of this area, and my colleagues can coordinate the surgery. So that being said, I reckon we will need to stay here for some time. Have the medical team prioritize the elderly and children, then teach us to perform the surgery. Hand out some scalpels. My people are not squeamish. I'd appreciate if you did not make medical decisions for me. I know I didn't mean to order you. Since I for leading everyone out of this mine, I need to make decisions accordingly. But holiness who can show up on any type of extreme weather, lack of supplies. Fatal. I hope we can reach an agreement on this. No matter what happens, we need to beware of infection. My team will oversee the sterilization procedures. Let's begin. Act first and discuss the future. Limit. Are you eating smokes by Niggerfenberg? Did you know? I wonder how they were made. I went to see the slaughterhouse in the satellite cities. Dinahui. Not in hell, Rankin. Zuckerblad. I saw out a bunch of snow, but I still can't get the smell of blood on my nose. Next time I have the chance, I'm dumping fresh burning beast blood into your soup. Fresh burning beans and blood is expensive. A bucket can cost more than 100 covers. We can't afford that. It's a metaphor, damn it. I didn't know you used to be a gourmet chef, Ollie. My son just wanted that sort of thing when he was a truck driver. Bergnabos believed the blood of young burning beasts would make them. Is that a Russian thing? I think I thought it was an Asia thing. Huh. Told me a lot of things about the city in his letters, but the last one I received was 7 years ago. I hope it's still alright. I have to ask you to make sure Nikta doesn't mess with my dinner. Sure, nobody's messing with anyone's dinner. Say, I'm in good spirit today. It's been so long since felt this sort of freedom. Finally broken our shackles, we're free now. To do where we want to go and how we want to live our lives. We can decide for ourselves now. They saved the portrait ourselves for when we're actually safe. I'm surprised. Looks like a playable character. So what now? Plan hasn't changed. We head south of the border of Kaz. Oh, it's a mess. Infected from ulcers going to Kashmir's. Why does that sound so familiar? We just blindly believe in this reunion without speaking, without even knowing if they're the real deal. No, I have many reasons to believe. A few years back when I was stationed at the border, I heard a lot about them, information I could trust. Provided shelter for the infected, give out medicine for free, and have fun enough many patrollians who wanted to push around people like us. Find the people who share our deals there. That just makes me think it's some infected delusion or the army spinning up an excuse for a bigger sheriff tax. Makes me wonder why it took until it should be a raised flag. Yeah, I thought your time on the border would have thought better. Just imagine for a moment if you had to stay with the count back then instead of that infected. You could be a lieutenant right now, maybe captain. All units like that one we ran into today would be licking your boots with your finger. And I should be even more grateful for the choices made today, otherwise I would not have had the chance to see this nation's true face or learn what my life's greatest calling is. Our people have been duped and deceived for far too long. They believe their current lives are what they deserve, forgetting what they should really have. It's not only a conflict between the infected or ordinary spark. If one day all the infected in Orsus died, they would use some other standard to deceive us into the minds. Why do some have everything handed to them while others have struggled for survival? Who do the fruits of their bitter toil go to? Who actually gets to say what people deserve? Maybe the way this land is the way you think should be. If there were another Terra, even if civilization started over from scratch, things might not turn out any different from now. Open your eyes and actually look at everything around us. Did you not feel anger? When we feel this trickle rage, that means everything is wrong. You should know that based on what you've been through, Nikta. Don't bring up that crap, it's ancient history. Fine, even if you say how far are we from the border? What are things we went to the other way? I have a plan. Why do you think I asked you to gather up those ships? They didn't blow up when we took them out of us against you, which means they still work as positioning devices. These things have brought us so much suffering. Why not use them to our advantage against the patrol units? You know our condition ranking. How many of us can even move right now? Maybe half. Might be able to be the one or two patrol units, but we can't hold off on all of forces. The only thing causing more bloodshed would do is trap us here even further. If I want to live, taking the step is only a matter of time. Every patrol unit like we kill is another spare ventilator in our hands. Any supplies received can be used to leave these fields, allow children like Vitoshki to live to see another day. Have you forgotten what gave us their parents to leave this place? If that thing can't be called human, we were the ones who killed it. What? The guy does have a hero complex. I just want to see them. They're about to rest. Got your work hard too? How's that wound? Does it hurt? I'm okay. Everyone's okay. I don't know, everyone's been very brave. Go rest, eat your fill, then sleep time. Don't have much food, my portion's not very big. Take care of yourself too, Wichita. Hidashiki really trusts you and can always calling you Wichita like you're her teacher. Everyone trusts you, they're waiting for you to get them out of here. I know, which is why every word I tell her is what I know to be true in my heart. It's the same when I lead her and I take the path I believe to be right. Let's hope you're relaxed, let's all make that today is the day for fresh victory to good. No need to look so anxious. When someone awakens to the truth and decides to set off on a journey, it is the grandest of beginnings. Quoting from Igor's biography again. No, those are my own words. Trust me, Nikto, we are doing great things right now. A dick. I was gonna say I wish they gave her a new model, but that's probably not a good idea. The last time they gave an NPC a new model, they fucking died. Some of the patients are developing fevers and we're limited in what we can do. But I'll go over to their leader after this and do my best to ensure they wounded are provided with food and water. You'll work hard today, get some rest, and care for yourself is important too. Captain, we still need to. Foreigners under martial law and the weather is affecting our communication too. Difficult for us to connect to the outside. What happened here will surely draw the attention of the rest of us. We need to leave ASAP. We cannot stay here. They really need to work with them. I'm worried if we do, we'll be drawn into the conflict with the Ursus. Godhead has no reason to make an enemy. But right here, right now, these are just people struggling to survive. Changing the lives of the infected has always been our mission. Besides, they have also helped us a lot. Don't worry for now, just do your best to prepare for the unexpected. I'll keep trying to get into contact with our base in the city. They can receive the information we sent earlier, hope they will notice the clues we left behind when they come to help us. Do you want one devushka? Oh, sure. How much? What about that, okay? That's fine. Who's the Grand Duchess? It was apply for him. But how will she actually go about doing that? Oh dear lord, what a... Her name is Elizaveta Konstantinova Oshkaya. It's not a typical Russian noble. Her body is known for being kind. Every channel of information we've checked describes her as a good person. It's about to say. Alright, I got news from her before we left home. She didn't really go into detail on her movements. She sounded well. I said about what happened. She promised that if Road had needed her, she would return. So I remember we were working with Chen, the one who actually represented Rhode Island, and the good hit with Chief Ray was Dr. Callison. They'll tell me that I won't be able to solve problems or get people to work with us like she did. Also, we know practically nothing about Osha's current circumstances or the ground. Yes. May I ask which of Rhode Islands? The Imperial, the Highness of the Goddess just invited you to meet with her. Oh, wait. Regular stage.
皆さん、もう一度防護装備の確認をお願いします。溶岩と安全な距離を保って、体調の報告は怠らないようにしてください。
急ぐことはないよ。黄泉への道は混んでいるからね。
聞いてるけど。命令を陰謀を実現させた者が北総 M の
絶望の匂いまでカムフラージュできなかった。この時より秋だ。
交渉を重ねたところ聞いている。降る荒に積もる恨みの落ち葉なく吹き出るイロハの赤。
私に命じ戦に積もる恨みは
諸君、この夜を裏切ることなかれ。
交渉を重ねたところ急ぐことはないよ。黄泉への道は混んでいるからね。
子供たちの悲鳴が聞こえる。
少々は恋に入られてなる。
命令を。
聞いている。降る荒に積もる。
白明に輝く星、地の黎明よ。
影すら捉えさせない。私を追って影に踏み込んでこい。記憶に残るのはこの刃の切れ味だけだ。
階級の戦場に積もる恨みはいつか知らん。
我らと共に祝おうではないか、ドクター。この刹那のウヌの喜びは我の呪文を飾るにふさわしい。
常に前だけ向いていろ。私がいる。
Okay, back to reading. I will support you, this is just Doctor, but please be careful. Take a calm terminal, please. If anything happens, reach out immediately. We'll come get you right away, even have to smash the place up while we're at it. Madge. Quarters were building exceptionally empty, just like the streets of the city it stands in. I meant you were let inside this slot, not is all you are left with. Not a word has passed your guide lips in the entire time. Perhaps he trusts your intuition will lead you to the correct room, or perhaps he's used to putting glitters to the test. Fortunately, you had detected the warm scent of applewood smoke wafting off this guard, which takes you to the only door emitting such a smell. The door that leads to a room tucked away in the corner was once pushed open. Just as if the looming imposing stone walls of the chill gloom city have come together to hide a spot of tranquility. First thing you see is a graceful ash blue figure standing at the other side of the room. Oh, Imperial Highness. Elizabeth, as my friends do. Okay. Considered a degree of keen intellect. Her voice is gentle and is not all what you expect. The mistress of the place slowly turned around. I welcome each and every guest to Brest with open arms. Is this not the part where you introduce your friend, Elota? Oh yes, of course, this is the one I was just speaking about, the Doctor of Roadside as Pharmaceuticals. As I said, there's no reason to be such formality. Come forward, closer to the fire, my attention will fetch us some tea worthwhile. It may be difficult for travelers from far to adapt to the breast in this season, although she may be remote. There are times when she is a warm. Has your journey here been smooth? Please believe me when I say that all you have seen here is in a search to obtain a city's art, what serenity. Yolota has already explained to me the great deal of excellent work her new friends have done in the field. Yours is a talent our city sorely needs at this moment. Our young Tsar wishes to bestow his favor equally upon every citizen. He even wishes for the division of an affection to no longer plague his people. It is for this reason that he labors himself to exhaustion, such that even the most steely-eyed courtier is not far to decide. But where is the one who truly understands how precious and treasured his imperial majesty innocence is? We who call ourselves his followers must know we get to enact as well. Passport is the largest money taken from the far north, but the message we will be able to treat everybody fall far short of his imperial majesty deals, which means it requires some able doctors. If that is your Imperial Highness goal, then it's the best partner you will find here. I'm in the Rhode Island scientific papers for myself, unlike those dusty old scholars of the Imperial University who simply repeat the findings of others. Rhode Island leads to vanguard in the field of empathy research. Oh my, I have never heard our proud young officer express such a message for anyone before. As working in Berg changed you, I still distinctly remember your father grumbling to me about the awkward situations you would provoke at the ducal banquets. Not everybody part of my past, your Imperial Highness. When I explain this admiration further, I've always appreciated those with true children abilities, such as your Imperial Highness and the Doctor. I'm grateful for the reminder about my father. Indeed, I forgot to pass on words. Why about useless things right now? Why? These factories will still produce uniforms. The ice cuts forever, so in the far north his name can still be heard, or at every regular frontier. We had best return to the topic for our friend here. Let us speak plainly. What plan does Rhode Island have for Bresk? Over the Aloysius, and you notice the precise moment the young white woman gazed her into evasive. The grand should have set her long sigh if she were vexed by the terrible burden. Oh dear, that is how I should address you, yes? If this young has provoked a misunderstanding, then I do apologize. We welcome Rosario building an office in Brescia, and I wish to offer as much as aid as you can, but Farmers are not open to sightseers at the moment. If your comrades are lost, then I ask you to leave with me. Their descriptions and last known whereabouts, I shall deploy every last man I can spare to help you find them. Pardon me, Kana, but I believe we need to discuss this further. What if I invite them to travel with me under my name? You always were such a naughty little rascal. You know that Preston needs specialist empathy doctors? You know that with your recommendation I could not consider this favor to be repaid, allowing your friend to be joining to the business here. Now look here, what is this you wish to do? Drag an esteemed guest into our muddy, snow-laden troubles? Let's say you're complicating the situations. This is not a complicated matter. Pray your highness forgive my bluntness. I have never concealed my objective here. By the Tsar, this is hardly a soul Gufferberg concerned about the possibility of unrest in your Bresk. There are many curious about the closure of the mining district and the mutations among the infected. I want to see the... it's fucked up, but I want to see it. Those coming from the idle young nobles resent this research apathy, but they can just as easily be an army captain or dignitaries from state council. The young guardswoman tone remains frivolous, leaving you barely able to discern if the sharpness she speaks with is unreliable rudeness or if there is a prying deeper meaning to it. They have their suspicion, let them come and speak those suspicions here. He sees me as a fence-sitter, a curring favor of the new nobles, while the estate council sees me as a superficial Grand Duchess. I am well used to everyone laying their doubts and grudges on Nebraska. So, my dear Alota, who sent you here to heap more blame upon me? No, Your Imperial Highness misunderstands. You know that this is just a gushy joke for me, paying visit to your... What? That word. My only intention was to petition you to grant this or pretty special permission to accompany me to the mining district, that we might investigate these strange happenings affected there. Cheers, blood. Pray speak, my friend. I would like to clarify Rhode Island's position. This is both true, but a young woman to care for, and he does her empathy only wish to find the comrades. If I were to refuse, I would seem like a cruel and I understand your position. You would just wait for our friends from afar, worried that they would get drawn into a danger. Naturally, I do not wish anyone in my life to meet misfortune. If I ever have the time, I would like to send stoves out of every soul who lives upon the frozen earth. Why are you so nice? Why are you legitimately so nice, but the people in your streets are fucking starving or malnourished? Hello, you're promising me you will ensure friend safety to the best of your ability. Your Imperial Highness may trust in... Thank you for kindness. I wish that I were so kind, but few are they who appreciate the kindness of others. People revere those who snatch their rights from their hands and are grateful whenever a portion of those rights is returned to them, but I do not believe that such acts can be considered kind. The winds of the far north are bitter indeed. You had best pack some warm clothes, Doctor. Alright, yes, as I admit that. That it really was the only way I could create ideal conditions for discussion, and the only results for this. And the results speaks for themselves now. She's what I imagine. And how do you imagine her? If you were to only look at how she handled these strange happenings, then you would not be wrong. After they occurred, the infected were... Oh, I hate that. Affected infected were immediately sent to the district's research institute, where she tasks the researchers to find the cause within a week upon pain of exile or deportation. Soon after that, she declared martial law in the far north, sealing all the miners within the district and blocking all communications, leaving the outside completely blind to what was happening inside. Highly efficient and cooler than a winter. I read your paper on the changes to Originium and European systems as have research institutes across Ursus who are already launching their own projects based on that paper. If these changes were simply those measures within, they would not merit this sort of responses. It is highly likely that the abnormalities spring up in the mining district are an entirely new threat. The district under lockdown, all miners exited from the wider country. This is way everyone will believe the matter is, but in truth, after the incident, all work in the district stopped, all communications were cut off, the ATE Grifferberg inquiries have received no responses. None is able, none dares to look too deeply into this. If the god just wanted to hide things, then we would never have been allowed to enter Bresk. You have met her, and perhaps this has you believing she truly is kind of an administrator. Of course, she wouldn't have let you in. After all, this is the friendliest place to the infected in Ursus, the pearl of the far north, paradise of North Ursus. Bresk, capital of Breskinoy. You didn't see anything unusual in the city this past 2 days, aside from the lack of people. That is how she runs the far north. Like how since she became governor, but has been sentenced to death in the government. Has that lessened the number of people who have met tragic ends? No. Oh, you would. My premise assessment just now was not danger by any personal feeling. I was simply answering your question. We are partners now, aren't we? I understand. Aloysius, are these abnormal feelings still under supervision of the research institute in the mining district? Indeed, to be more precise, at the Central Far North Mining District Laboratory. That's the first place we need to visit. Is it now? Having the same destination would make things much more convenient. Anything else would you like to ask? Of course, I never intended to give you the runaround in the first place. I do have a question, Aloysius. So, when we were at your friend's house, we had to cut the conversation short. I should have asked you these questions, but I never found the opportunity. What is it that you hope to gain from this investigation? If I may be serious for a moment, I want the truth about the imitation in the central mining districts infected. I do not want the infected miners to suffer unduly, nor do I want the people of Ursus to sit ignorant of a looming disaster.
さて、罠に踏み込んでくる虫けらはどんなやつなんでしょうね。
天気がいいね。交渉を急ぐことはないよ。黄泉への道は混んでいるからね。
どうすればいいかくらいわかるわ。私に命令しないで。絶望の匂いまでカムフラージュできないわ。
戦のための歌、悲しみを紡ぐ歌。
交渉をまずはこのコートを撃ち落とせるかやってみて。
階級強国を直除すれば干渉倫理たり。
あまりまた絶望の匂いにカムフラージュできないわ。 あまり待たせない。
交渉を花に酔えり羽織着て刀刺す女。
記憶、私を追って影に踏み込んでこい。
そんなにコソコソしなくていいよ。みんなに秘密が。
降る荒に積もる恨みの落ち葉なく。
Okay. Stage are too small. Generally sure this is a prefer break the pale guard from his face, can't she? Objectively speaking, the Grand Duchess has been acting as lubricant between the armies and the State Council, making sure the bitterness between the two sides does not devote into outright conflict. I must admit this requires considerable skill. She gets to favor Rose's side, but this also means she must maintain absolute impartiality. Huh, surprise. Should you have some sort of evidence about horses stuck there? I am simply repeating this sort of gossip you might hear at any Gifferberg banquet. If you don't know this from rumors inside out, then how would you manage to join these dinner time discussions? Naturally, idle chatter is one thing, actually trying to leverage this chatter for some upward mobility and putting it into action is another thing altogether. On the other hand, regardless of whether the gun is deciding anything or if she believes everything hidden well enough, it will certainly find something in this research attached looking at the abnormal infected. Now those men are fighting with a patrol unit. Off in the distance where Elysium is spawning, you see two groups of people fighting in a melee, made with a few surprising aspects to it. Patrolling is being led by a group of infected miners who outnumbered them several times over. The lackluster equipment in patrolling hand is of no use, as the miners would have to pick to strike their bodies over and over. Since when have I ever been treated as human beings? We're people too, aren't we? We're never going to make it far away anyway. Might as well take you with us. You monster! Well... Time, Mr. But could you slow down a bit? We have some questions we need to ask you. I interpret this patrolling about history take us into? Never, madame. We are not going to follow you back all nice and quiet. Ah, mantra. I was out of nowhere felt into his brain, making the weapon in his hands feel extraordinarily heavy and his legs feel low flood, tries to might he cannot move. Was it you? Mrs. Ford touching her right arm towards her mind is exposing the region of crystals on her wrists that were hidden under her sleeve. As you can see, I'm infected. Most of my team are too. I mean you no harm, please believe me. Infected, you're infected like us. Oh, there's some amazing arts too. You must be those reunion guys. Funny. No, we are not reunion. Old Islands Pharmaceutical Company. Legendary reunion movement. I knew it. A bunch of defendants come together to form a recognition is fantasy, no matter how you look at it. Rankin, it was Rankin who told us about it. To the south, real close to the border with Kashmir, there is a group of infected who founded a place of their own who take in all infected who ask for help and drive out anyone who wants to do harm to the infected too. Rankin would never lie to anyone, and I really hope it's true, but Kashmir is so far away. How are we supposed to get there? Maybe, I'm not too sure to be honest. He's our hero. When he's around, the patrollians don't dare mess with us. I heard he rescued those guys who got dragged through to shoot at you. A bear. Yeah, it's a bear. So why are you here? We lost contact with our friends in the area. Have you seen a mobile medical team? There are 9 of them wearing clothes with the same logos as ours, and they would have been handing out medicine here. Handing out medicine, what, like Santa Claus and the fairy tales? Come on, let's look at each other, so they have just heard the worst joke on terror. The Amateurs wanted to kill us. They locked us up and gave us no food, trying to starve us to death. I don't think of anything to do. So they didn't give us a single bite to eat, right? Stupid bastards. Who the hell even knows what happened to the fate that is... Right. Thanks, priestess. Yeah, okay. I remember this. Couldn't check the number, we had to run or we would all die. It's true. Why are you looking at me like that? What didn't you do with them? The managers had the supply shortage for a while now, more than just a couple of days. We've given about what a few loaves of bread this month. We want to know what's going on too. Don't believe me? Who even has the time to bother with this rebel? If we kill them, then what are we supposed to go into the mines? Ourselves to dig? What are you doing? Okay, shut up now. At least they're self-aware that they just can kill the fucking infected. Because that's literally the lifeblood of forces. Oh, my nose, please. Isn't just happening in 1 or 2 months. Out of 4 now, the entire mining district, all of us in it, we've been abandoned. We've heard Arknights was the first one to step. He got rid of all sorts and let several hundred people unknown on escape. Yes, there's 200,000 fucking infected in this place, so a bunch of patrol units are probably useless. And I'll escape too. I want to find this government meeting. Also, wait. The soldiers are getting harassed. Ah, okay. That's kind of stupid. Is this new? Background. So quiet here. But it seems there are no infected here. That matter. Which means I've been to several army research institutes before. They tend to be places of chaos with a bunch of people coming and going. Sick beds that don't fit in the ward are put in the quarters, not too different from battlefield hospitals. There's shelling, welling, swimming from the infected, but at least they live. At least they struggle on. But here... soldiers of this have been gravely derelict in their duty. Their leader will not shirk responsibility. Who knows, there may be a great change coming to all of Breskinoy. Something. Wait. Yeah, it is Breskinoy. I have no choice. Accurate blueprints on hand. This building should have had a strange layout. Things suspect that this hallway should form a loop with another link room adjoining every floor. We also have an close observation deck for easier viewing of what's going on in the mining area. As we're informing, we could trace signals to a specific room in here that no can do. The best we can do is confirm signal waves are coming from a certain area. You'll need to go there and inspect things yourself if you want to find the source like we're doing right now. This is a big research. I'll lead down the basement to have a look and then... and just say, how about we split up? I have found nothing showing her current position. I have eyes on Ami as she is safe. Fourth floor match outside. Target is not moving. It's an AM monster match. Thanks to a little Hades and laziness, many recent government buildings follow the same standard layout. If this institute is like the others of it, especially when it comes how they divide up this space for specific uses, then should be something left in the basement. The dead cannot get up and leave after all. You mean this basement is a morgue? Temporary one with the incinerators equipped to handle the remains but severely infected. They have one of these at least, which is fucking important. I know it. This covenant have been used. They must have lost power, but just before they watch everything, you take the right side of the room. What do I want to check? What is it? Oh, you might have seen a corpse before, then call somewhere. No, that's not important right now. The infected roommates are very dangerous. If they have investigated and we open the coven lids, this entire room might become an origin of this environment. The corpses interred here, none of them is infected. Wait, stay back up here. They must have been performing some kind of experiments on an uninfected. That's all I can glean here. That's all you need to know. There's no need for you to personally examine them. Take your first concern, but I think I should. Chills and clings to her, suffering its meat onto every wall in the place. Mana's frail fingers are too weak to leave any trace on the stone and seal. Not even a blunt can find purchase here. All that remains is hate. Holy hate. Were they trying to make a soul furnace? I might as well. Was it to ignore the spectral arm stretched out towards her? The silence she listened to the beating of her heart echoing through her chests. Doesn't it corpses all in abject misery? Each of them has been twisted to uncomfortable forms, their skin has ruptured, exploring, exposing their viscera and bones. They barely even look human. Also, they did not burn well enough to ash. You can still... That's a shit incinerator then. If these their frames had been subject to some enigmatic force, intent on warping them both until they neared complete destruction. Who knows how long they were subject to this agony? Who knows how they suffered during the stormment? Amaya doesn't feel rage, she feels only rage. Mantra, the very next instant a familiar voice answers, I am here. Places in iron, the morgue in the basement, we can confirm the Institute was conducting large-scale human experimental methods. The victims we have discovered are all uninfected. No clues on the abnormal infected are at the moment. Stay safe and stay in touch. We can say that our earlier worries are more clearer than defined now. The situation here, or rather in the forest, much worse than our intelligence suggested. The strong emotion attacking me in the Institute alongside everything we experienced on our way here, like the patrollers harassing the infected, and the contamination created by the Royal Guard. All this goes to show that the issues here extend far beyond the infected mutations. Look at you losing your cool. That's new. I searched all the rooms in my chest and nobody was there. Same thing, the lack of fashion is enough to pry open. But regardless of the status of the locks, most of the rooms had nothing except for things like empty shelves and cabinets or loose graph paper. Could she have left? Maybe we're going in the wrong place. What do you mean? Oh shit. Well, it just says every floor has an enclosed observation right. I never found anything. Wait, that can be. It's regular rooms the entire way around the loop, and we've checked everything. That's such a weird building observation deck. drawing from the game. Holy shit. It is. Oh, that's creepy. Yeah, that is creepy. I like it. And the door is hidden another. This one is unlocked, though the hands of humanity left their heat upon its handle now. It is cold as ice. Master pushes open a small light door within the darkness. The visitors are greeted by a feeble candlelight. Oh, I know who this is. Okay. The first sound they hear is not a voice of human, but a wet, squelching sound of a viscous liquid. All down wax drips smelling at the disorderly, blackening dark red stains on the floor and splattering on the scattered sheets of paper. On those sheets, next to the handprint, there is firmly scrawled out, trembling the pen like speeches of fear and anger. Meaningless is all meaningless. Great versus sits at the top of all creation, but its vast domain slices the barren. Sad from never-ending disaster. Fantasy that you were right. You're absolutely right, but where are you? Where have you gone? Tried my best, tried so hard, but in the end I didn't. Okay. I wanted to look for you all I wanted to be, but now all I can do is take everything away, take it all away. Then I will find you. Environment number 1, star set zone. The woman stretched out of her hand, bringing a sheet of paper up to the candle's flame. The fire soon consumes half of it, watches it burn in an insatiable gaze, completely unaware of the company by her side. Shanna, right? Just surprised to find a stump over a woman surrounded by a tangle of wires. If these wires lead, they do not intervene in time, or the sooner blazing have led to. She did. I heard it too. But you've grown. You look different from before. Why did you leave with everyone else? Upon response to sound, she may have answered the dissociative state. None of my about to try this, not meant to be by any living soul. There's no meaning in leaving behind words about me or the words I love. What I write here is merely my recollection, the repentance for me to take to my grave. I believe in researching this recovery as a grand undertaking with clean energy forces, people close at hand, but the ember of that hope is ultimately snapped at by our own divisions. I was fortunate enough to escape that unjust massacre due to my ignorance, but my good fortune was itself unjust, for the price I paid was being forced to live the rest of my life in a panicked mediocrity. I have nowhere to go, no home to return to. The talent I was so proud of was useless. My life was melted to nothing. Hey, Monster, do you remember me? You remember Calcid? I am. It seems that whenever we are given a procedure, the venture always find a reason to hesitate. This interminable failure of life has made me truly understand those words I read many years ago in a book. Words I once scoffed at. The reason why Ursus is constantly flooded with sorrow and injustice is because we lag behind nations in many aspects. No matter how many truths we discover or accomplishments we make, the backwardness will ruthlessly extinguish the fires of our inspiration. Still in a Russian from where? Does it say where the sarcophagus ended up after it left Chernobyl? Okay. Should have been a chance to find things around, but just like every other percentage that passed me by, it was fleeting. Was my research wrong yet again, or is it this inexplicable miraculous substance from the mines really nothing out of the ordinary? Clearly contains no energy, yet so callously tortures those patients who are already suffering from the disease. Driving them mad, making them act in unusual ways, even allowing them to accomplish the impossible. I do not know, but I am unwilling to be the one who inflicts even more pain on them. Fortunately, I need not continue. That's all I have to say now. All I can do is make guess using metaphysics like some sort of poet. Okay, I simply. The part of us is buried deep in the ground, feels in the suffering of those it abhors, all behind a mighty, harmless countenance. Enough, stop. Stop keeping your egotistical, unfounded learning upon this man's man-made calamity, Xana. Once more, you are a despicable survivor. You should have died 20 years ago at the hands of those soldiers, or here at the hand of the angry infected. But now it all comes to an end. Stranger. We know many. Well, we know a few specific things that can kill the Royal Guard. And we know few individuals that could as well. Like, both dead. To be fair, that's probably one of the easier ways to kill a Royal Guard. If there's a substance that doesn't mix well with the demons of the north. If possible, some demonic product even scared on their dominion. An anti-defense substance discovered from the mines. Just You're the Director Calcid. You can confirm me when I go back. I want to see the professor. I want to see Professor Ilya and Lyuda Milia. Oh yeah, rather. Wait, Lyuda? That's your nickname? Guess her name's Lyudmila. Or am I remembering wrong? But I don't think they'll want to see me, right? A coward like me who couldn't do anything, do I still deserve to see them? I hate to say this, but I kinda like her in her scientist outfit rather than her new one. Something's off. You're not the director, I never saw her again. Just together, I shouldn't be here. Even saw this, came after her, they. What do you see? What's wrong? I'm sure your buddy was always smiling. You better guess I've seen her. Where did she go? I don't know. The group that killed the old guard, she was with those infected. They'll die, everyone will die. Let's conduct mention army efforts. I guess we haven't made progress here to go. Okay? Where's your information? Traces of fighting, some medical equipment lying around. Rhode Island standard issue. We'll meet you ASAP. Understood, Doctor. We'll be right there. What is that? Have you companions discovered something? I'm afraid we can only explain after every group. Lucius, are there any other leads we should be aware of? There are limits to what I know and I can't draw any more resourceful conclusions if needed. Acceptable to let your doctor come here to investigate, though this only makes me even more certain that the Iron has no moral baseline whatsoever. Could I ask you to know anything else about what happened in the mines? What do you want to know? The experiments conducted here or something about the data defected? Almi, as always, is using your parents' such in such a manner, but still she tries to probe the Imperial Guard's.
私の爪に引っかかれないようにしてよ。
天気がいいね。交渉、まずはこのコートを撃ち落とせるかやってみて。
聞いてるけど
足が崩れていくの。
足元を見てみなさい。
武器なら目の前にあるでしょ。何を待ってるの。
聞いている。まずはこのコート。
今日はもうじき終焉だけど、君たちはまだ何か待ってるのかな。
ちょっと言いにくいんだけど、私が巻き起こしたトラブルは私にしか収められないんだ。リーダー、真っ先に呼んでくれるって信じてた。モンスター座標についた。真っ先リーダー、チャーシューアップルパイ。
交渉、降る荒に積もる恨みの落ち葉なく、吹き出るいろはの赤。
どうせもう来たんだし、スープでも飲んでいったら。
戦いを避けられないというのなら、私も自分の弱さから目をそらさない。
挽歌が聞こえる。魂の中は彼岸への私。
また一曲素晴らしいものができた。ドクター、私たちは確かによく通じ合っているのかもしれないよ。
私に続け。
この時より秋だ。
天気がいいね。交渉を重ねて急ぐことはないよ。黄泉への道は混んでいるからね。
私に巡ってきたのかな。万物を一元に収むるは奢々楽々の境地にこそあれ。交渉、まずはこのコートを撃ち落とせるかやってみる。聞いているよ、どうぞ。聞いている。花に酔えり羽織着て刀刺す女。 私に目せず砂に沈みて相思未だ報いず。海峡力を削除すれば艦長倫理たり。
あの頃と同じ？違う。今回はドクターの命令に従っての行動だ。後悔などない。
So you're telling me a black liquid in the northern part of Ursus is being used to experiment on humans? Oh boy.
暴力を憂えることはない。死には
この夜を裏切ることなかれ。
一歩も引かない。
嘲笑は恋に抱いてなる。
交渉をまずはこのコート。
運動を実現させた者が北総 M の君は気づいていない。
挽歌が聞こえる。魂の川彼岸への私。
階級の情が催されるね。
交渉を花に酔えり羽織着て刀刺す女。
命令を。子供たちの悲鳴が聞こえる。
最適基本すまない、力を入れすぎた。リーダー、真っ先に呼んでくれるって信じてたよ。リーダー、真っ先にハイボルテージバラージュ。
交渉を来るあらに積もる恨みの落ち花く引きずる色。
想像したことある。友も
私を追って影に踏み込んだ。
武器なら目の前にあるでしょ。何を待ってるの。
一番厄介な敵はどれだ。私が相手をしてやろう。
頬を撫でる
諸君、この夜を裏切ることなかれ。
リーダー、ゴスペルロックンロール。
慌てる。ひるんではいない。少しは骨があるようだ。
また一歩大地の真実に近づきましたね、先輩。
I need to unstream here. My gums are fucking big for some reason. And I wanted to do a story. Might stream later, but mouth hurts.